Hi, my name is Lucy Truman. I'm the Managing Director of Truman Change. We are a small business who help organisations and individuals to plan and deliver change programmes in their organisation. And this video is part of a series of videos that we have produced recently that are all available for free on our website around different elements of change management theory that we're sharing in the hope that we can help people and organisations to manage the change that they need to manage well during these really difficult times in response to the COVID-19 crisis. Today I'd like to speak to you about a model called Transitions, and that was designed by William Bridges in the 1990s. And the principle behind this model is that we all go through a psychological journey when we are approaching change, and the learning we can take from that as managers and leaders is that we need to recognise that journey and we need to make sure that we can support our teams through it at different stages. So there's 3 stages. It's a dead simple model. The first is endings, and that part is about being able to let go of the old way of working. The middle is called neutral, and that is where we've got that sense of we're not quite sure what's happening. We know that we're changing, but we don't really have a clear way forward yet. And the new beginnings, which is about once we do know that clear way forward and we're planning appropriately. So the reason I wanted to speak to you about this at this point in time is that this is where we are now. I think we're in the neutral zone. And it's important that we manage that well as leaders in our organisation, because there is a detrimental effect if we don't anyway, but particularly at the moment because of how highly emotive change is for people and families. So the endings part is basically around making sure that we allow people the space to let go of their old way of working, and that we acknowledge and respect the history, and that we communicate with people around that. Often in normal circumstances, people get quite excited about change, and what they want to do is rush, ignore these 2 bits and go straight to here. And it is a mistake, because what it does is it minimises people's emotions. It's even more important now than ever to make sure that we do not minimise people's emotions, because this isn't a normal change environment, and actually you will have people coming back into your organisation who may have been furloughed or may have been working remotely. As you plan for that recovery period, you'll have people who have lost family members, who may have had family members who've lost their jobs. It's a highly emotive time, so please don't rush through this. Please do make the time to support people to let go of their old way of working. This bit where we are now is often described as feeling like you're living out of a suitcase. So you've not really settled into the new way of working. You have sort of let go of the past. And I think this is definitely where we all are now. We're all sort of making do, and we're not clear what the future is. And what it's important for us to do as managers and leaders during this time is make sure that we are communicating, over-communicate, and share with people the uncertainty and plan for it together. That will help with your relationships with your staff. It will help you to get the best solution about how you're going to come out of this. And then in this part, when we do get to this part, this will be about making sure that, again, we communicate, we're consistent, we celebrate. So the bits that are going well because of the change, we celebrate that, we focus on the positives. So I hope that's been helpful for you. We've got a range of other videos on our website, including stuff around the change curve, stuff around project management, so feel free to have a browse. And as I say, we do support individuals and organisations to plan and deliver their change journeys. So if you would like some help from us in getting back on your feet after COVID and kind of acknowledging and doing that change well, then please do get in touch.